Hi. You're probably watching this video because you don't know anything at all about Blackboard or how to access the course online. If that is the case, you've come to the right place. In this particular video, I'm going to show you how to access the course and how to start viewing assignments and submitting some of those. The first thing you want to do is go to the Ellsworth website. We're going to go up here to where it says Paul Pass. You're going to left click on that with your mouse. Of course, you want to do all of this on a computer. I think you can with a phone as well, but everything is always going to kind of work better with the computer. So try that first. If you find that things aren't working for you or aren't showing up the way that you think that they should be, maybe try a different internet browser. So right now what I'm using Firefox, but you can certainly use Internet Explorer or Google Chrome. Okay, so now that I've opened up Paul Pass, hopefully you'll see something sort of like this. You'll see a thing that says Blackboard off to the side here, an email. These are your absolute #1 go-to locations. Email obviously is how you can contact me or contact other instructors. And then Blackboard, this is where the class is going to be located. So you click on Blackboard, and then you're going to have an opportunity to find your course. For me, you can see that it shows all the courses that I have, but I'm going to click on Composition 1. Hopefully you have a very similar view. Click on Composition 1. You'll see the very first page here of the course, and I've tried to give you some pointers. Quite literally, you will look, and what you're looking at, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and switch this over real quick to student preview. So that way you don't see all of this. That's what I see when I log in. But when you log in, you'll see something like this. You may even have kind of these announcements down here, blogs, course activity. You may have where it tells you about certain things. But what I want you to really focus on, we have the home page, that's this, announcements. Check this periodically. I'm going to put announcements up frequently. Content. Content is how we're going to access almost everything in the class. And I will organize everything into folders. So the syllabus for the course is right here. The syllabus tells us kind of the expectations, policies, and rules. And then each folder will be given a title of week 1, week 2, week 3, whatever week we are on. And altogether, we have about 15 weeks to go. You'll see a discussion post and response over here. Periodically, week 2, week 3, every couple of weeks, we're going to have discussion posts where I will ask you to write about something. I'll give you directions on what to write about, and then you'll be expected to go up here, click create blog entry, and you'll write something. And as you can see, you can look at what other students have wrote. And I do that, one, because I want some of you to be talking back and forth on particular topics, and as an opportunity to see how other people have kind of responded to the prompt. Okay, I'm going to go back here real quick to content. Grades, that's self-explanatory, but that's where you see your grade. And then the content. So I'm going to start out maybe looking at week 1. And from here, I'm going to have a course overview. That's the very first thing that will pop up. It has this kind of black screen. Each of these, you can click on each of these tabs. You're going to see this overview every single week. If it doesn't appear like that, you can click the hyperlink up here. And then notice everything that's underlined, these are hyperlinks. But the very first thing that you'll see in the introduction gives you kind of an overview of the course, overview of the week with terminology. Objectives are things that I'm hoping that you'll learn in that particular week. Readings. A lot of this class is going to have to be self-guided, so you'll have to read certain chapters out of the textbooks. certain page numbers. All of that will be provided here. Sometimes I'll have videos for you to watch, or sometimes I'll have like a slideshow or something to click on. The assignments, all the work is due on Sunday at midnight. Late work loses 10% each day. And then after 3 days, I no longer take that assignment. That's the deadline. That's the cutoff date. After that, the assignment would earn less than a C, and I just don't. I don't want to mess with it at that point. And part of it really doesn't do you any justice to have a grade lower than a C, because one is generally not transferable, and two, that's falling below standard expectations or minimum requirements. So get everything done by Sunday midnight, at worst, maybe a day or two afterwards. Okay, so then the assignments, I'll have directions here. These are hyperlinks again. You click on them, see the directions. The quizzes, you'll notice, do not have hyperlinks, and that's because all the quizzes and the tests are completed in Blackboard. Actually, most of these assignments will also be completed on Blackboard, but I do put the directions on this overview. And then last but not least, I have additional resources. This is stuff that you do not have to watch or read, but I'm hoping that it kind of helps you out. So if you have questions, you're not sure how to complete certain things, check this area first before contacting me. Not that I don't want to answer your questions. It's just with everything online and the number of students I have, it takes up a lot of time to try to answer questions if I've already posted the answer or posted something somewhere else for you. So take a look at this stuff first, and then of course if you have questions, then contact me. Okay, so once you've kind of looked at the overview of the course, you want to continue to scroll down a little bit, and you'll see each of these little kind of boxes. These are your different assignments. So this one, week 1, we have a song annotation assignment. This little GIF image here is just showing you how to submit an assignment. So if I click on it, it's going to take me to this page, and you kind of see here it's showing me how to submit this. But basically, I go down to where it says Browse Computer, and I'm going to find the file that I want to include. We're just going to use that as a sampler. Go to Open. You'll see that the file is listed, and then I'm just going to hit Submit. Once I've done that, it'll show me a preview of the assignment. If this is exactly what I want to actually submit, I click OK. If this is not the thing I'm trying to submit, or if it's not appearing correctly, I'm going to start new. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at tests. For week 1, I have 2 tests, this baseline survey. Don't think of it as a test, answers that you have to know. This is just simply whether, or this helps me gauge your kind of knowledge or interest in the topic of English and writing before we even begin. But every week we'll have what we call weekly assessment. This helps me kind of figure out how the class is going, how well you're learning, and whether or not you're completing the readings. I know it's always tempting in college to go, well, okay, read chapter 1, that's several pages, I don't necessarily have the time to read it. I want you to, you're in college, the courses, everything is meant for you to benefit and learn from. So take the time to read it, and then that way you'll do well on these assessments. Again, you click on that to open up. We have the directions, the instructions here. There are no time limits for these tests, but once you've started it, you do want to try to finish it in one sitting. That's why we say forced completion. So you don't want to click save. You don't want to leave before you're done with this. So go down here to click begin. And then from here, you'll be given a bunch of questions. We have the directions up at the top, but we have question 1, when are assignments due and when is late work policy? This is a short essay answer. I type out the answer here and click Save Answer. Next one, click on the answer. Not saying that that's the correct answer. I'm just trying to give you an example here, but and see, and it automatically saves it. So even if this is the right or wrong answer, it's going to say saved automatically. So we don't necessarily have to click the save answer, but you can certainly do that as well. By the time that you're all the way done with it, you're just going to go click save and submit. Of course, it's telling me that I'm incomplete, but you won't necessarily see that. Hopefully, if you've gone through all the questions, click OK. And once we do that, it will tell us, kind of a breakdown of it, when it was submitted, and so forth. And click OK. And it'll tell me the correct answers and incorrect answers, which I don't really want to give you too much in advance. So I'll close out of that. But that's basically a rundown of how to access content on Blackboard and how to complete some of the assignments.